hopefully the person that scheduled these races together, well, I'm not going to say that on the stream, but we got NASCAR up first here. Ross Chastain on the pole position. Could be an interesting race. Could be a snoozer. Oh, speaking of remarkably tame, that's Kyle Busch around. Christopher Bell goes for a ride. Hamlin has damage. Not quite. Looks like he's got a little bit of a scrape on the left rear, but he looks, oh, it's crabbing. Oh, no. Blaney's off as well. Hamlin's got damage. Blaney's probably out of the race if he can't move it. This could be big.
Oh, this is on board Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, just LaJoy.
On his own, that might have been an exaggeration. I do believe the 7 got a little contact with the 8.
Yeah, LaJoy just wiped him out. Wow, look at those points. Somehow Harrison Burton's even farther down than he was at before, but going back green flag. Let's see if they can all make it one lap this time.
The Busch Lightmobile on the left, Martin Truex Jr., Shane Van Gisbergen tucked in behind, AJ Allmendinger, Alex Bowman. Here we go again. Number 1, Chastain in that.
Oh, 13 car. Saved it.
Did you see that?
Looked like someone missed a shift.
Crazy. The field knotted up.
Still backing up.
Everybody. One last time. It's time to decide a champion. Here we go from Nashville.
I don't know. Newgarden has the overlap. Got to be careful not to get too greedy here. Looks like that inside is just a little bit better at the moment. And they are still side by side. VK. No, no, no. Whoa. I mean, great move by VK. That was really high risk for lap 10. Virtually nothing has changed since we stepped away. So Chastain still leads by overhead ahead of Truex, SVG, right behind the number 19. We've got Will Power in the pit lane. This could already be championship over. Already going many laps down. This is not scheduled, as you might imagine. Oh, his belts came loose.
That's a terrible feeling from inside.
Wow. I mean, barring a miracle, that is championship over for Will Power. Here we go. So these will be the people trying to flip the stage. Everybody's coming in. Looks like BK's trying to grab a couple spots there as well. Very unfortunate for him, but shouldn't really matter too much. That'll put him at the end of the longest line for the restart. But Truex, nice and gingerly, followed by 8 playoff drivers, is going to win the stage. I mean, I'd imagine, you know, everyone that pitted will cycle back to the front, but good confidence boost there for Truex. Caught the tail end of it. We've had our first retirement, right front tire failure for, I believe that is Rose. It'll go, and then you just hit the plank. Oh, they've already restarted. You've got to be kidding me. Ah! The timing today has been insane. Damn whoever scheduled these races at the same time. God, man, they're all just sending it in there. Hamrick is being a terrorist. It's Austin Cindric. Like I said, I have no idea what happened to Kyle Kirkwood, but either way, Newgarden is now your leader. Herndon out P2, Malukas in P3, Rosenquist out of this race. Santino Ferrucci is P6. Something interesting will happen. So Kirkwood must have just had a really bad pit stop because he is still in the lead lap. And you've got quite a few guys one lap down, and then you get to likes of Ray Hall, Leg, Lundgaard. Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan struggle continues and totally validates Lundgaard bailing on them for McLaren. Decent amount of people coming in trying to flip the stage. Obviously before Ross comes in. I would be interested to see who of the top 2, if either of them, stay out here. Although I would imagine Chastain and Van Gisbergen are going to come in. Suarez is in the gravel trap and he is stuck. That might end the stage early. Corner only. No, not enough time to come in. Suarez just lost it all by himself. Maybe he had a mechanical, cold tires, too much rear bias, but either way, he just lays on the throttle instead of trying to drive out of it, buries himself. So, Russell win the stage. Hamlin's going to sneak into the top 10 and get himself a point after it's been a horrible day, but this is going to bury probably the 2 fastest cars in this race.
You know, the slide job, if you will, in terms of the car.
It appears Fittipaldi has committed an act of terrorism and an act of sexism. Looks like Penske beat him out there. Really good stop there. Actually, Herta's going to drop to P4. So Malukas up a spot. Interesting. So Rossi's opted to stay out here on old blacks, although it seems like the blacks are the tire to be on. There's a pretty decent gap between he and Newgarden. A little bit twitchy there at the start, but got to make sure you get those tires warmed up and cleaned up before too long. Ooh, Kiffin Simpson almost just got mollywopped by Kirkwood. Some of those, obviously primarily being Chastain and Van Gisbergen, have opted to stay out on old tires instead of burying themselves. I think that's the right call. Will it be the winning call? Who knows? McDowell's going to be the first one on relatively new tires with LaJoie and Montoya and P6 and P7. Oh, wow. Okay, this could be interesting.
How will they hang in there? We're about to find out. Stage 3 begins now. Look at this wheel.
Oh, Suarez cracked a rim.
When these wheels are loose, Steve, it sort of rubs.
Wow.
Split the wheel apart, that caused the
Well, okay, so it wasn't a Suarez skill issue, but either way, I mean, that little bit of points buffer that Suarez had is now gone, basically, going into Bristol. Oh, Denny's around. He'll keep it rolling. It looks like all the tires are okay. Obviously, that front of the car has been in the wall. Brad decided not to cut him a break. Denny didn't give enough space. Contact. 11 car into a wall. That is... It's looking more and more like Denny's going to have to win Bristol.
Second would be a huge deal for them, and the progression as McLaughlin is
got up in the marbles. That's going to cost him a spot. That was almost raced over, though. Good intuition for getting out of it, but that's going to cost him at least 2 spots, maybe 3. Ericsson not quite close enough. Ericsson in the wall. Sorry, I was tasting pesto. I mean, he pancaked it. I don't know if anything's right rear toe link. Yeah, that right rear has got a mind of its own. It's pitched in. Safety car is coming in. I have no fucking idea how Pato O'Ward has found himself in the lead of this race. Looks like Malukas has cycled up to second through the pit stops. We've got buffering. We've got Kirkwood back in the mix. Ferrucci's still in the top 10. So anything is still possible. Every restart, Malukas has tried to look up the inside. Oh, he wiggled. Wow, it's actually going to work. I was going to say every restart he tries to look up the inside of Joseph Newgarden, but he's never been able to get it done. That changes now. Can Herta follow him through? He will. Joseph, he's got a nose in there. Malukas gave it to him, though. Wow. Oh, he spun him. I don't know if the 20 was trying to come to pit road or what. He should be able to get it refired and make his way in. I think that's exactly what was happening. Bell was trying to get single filed out to make his way into the pits, and Austin just ran him over thinking Bell was being a dick. Yeah, there goes LaJoie into the pit lane. So this will complete the cycle of green flag pit stops. Logano to the front, Zane Smith from basically nowhere up into P2, but now it's a race between Logano and Buescher, I think. Get that thing off the road, bruh. Get that shit out of the way. Apparently, everybody that was at the front, they needed to come in for a splash and dash. Herta has come in for his splash and dashed. Pato is now the net leader, they think. I mean, this is effectively the battle for the race win. Pato! I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Herta's going to look high. Got to be careful not to get in the gray. I think this is Lundqvist up in front in P11. Herta will be able to shoot the gap. Careful, guys. Actually, that was Rahal. Oh! Oh! How did he not run into Stingray? Oh, my God. Well, he's got the inside. I think Herta's going to take this. He's going to drive it off in there. Pato doesn't have a chance. Wow. I thought he was going to ramp off the Stingray. That was so close. Message of intent for 2025. Honda P1. And wait for it. Vamos! Vamos! Let's go, Ale. 3 championships in 4 years. Put this guy in an F1 car, please. Audi, you know what to do. We've got a change of lead, I do believe. Chris Buescher on the primary strategy. It looks like everybody that tried to make it to the trying to make it to the end is either bailed off that strategy or is committing to major fuel savings. So this is now a straight fight between Chris Buescher and Shane Van Gisbergen. That's Harrison Burton with a flat left rear. If that carcass comes off when he's bringing it back, it's going to be a full course yellow. Fair. Oh, I was just going to say fair play to NASCAR for not throwing the yellow, but I mean, can you really look? I mean, I don't know. That's pretty fair. If that gets caught up in someone's brakes, that's going to overheat them. So we've got a new race. I think this is going to turn into what we saw in the Xfinity Series yesterday. I would imagine this is going to be a bit of a wreck fest. Buescher could use the win. Van Gisbergen's going for wins. Hosfar would be a first career win. McDowell would love it for as a send-off gift for front row. Chastain would love one. Briscoe would love to advance. LaJoie, a first career win. There's a lot of storylines here in the top 8. Let's see if they all survive. Oh, car on the wall. That's Keselowski and somebody. That's Byron, I think. Yeah, it's Byron. Ooh, that tire is in the back window. Okay, he's fine. He's rolling. We're good. Oh, that could have been so much worse.
It was super tight. That is such a funnel through there.
If that car got any more air, he could have cleared the guardrail.
And there was nothing between it. Here's the view from Tyler Reddick. Look up ahead.
Oh, that he very easily could have gone into the catch fence. Look at that. Wow. Pretty even start. SVG missed a shift. Arguably the two best cars at the beginning of this race. Chastain, a little bit of contact. Oh, people on the wall. That's Truex. That's Reddick. They will be able to keep going. Reddick sideways. He's going to park it. Well, oh, no, hey, Kyle. Yep, it's a wreck fest. Here we go. Larson chops across somebody. That's Gilliland. Gilliland into Chase. Chase into Josh, and they all just, like, it's, you know, you can't blame one person or the other. Everyone's just take. But yeah, they all checked up. 19 in the wall, Haley in the wall, and then Reddick gets spun off of Busch's nose. Unfortunately for Chris Buescher, you've only got so many bullets in the chamber, and people have been able to study him twice. I wonder if this might be the one where Van Gisbergen's going to be able to jump inside and take him 3 wide at turn 1. Really, really good start there from Hosfar. He's almost clear. There goes SVG. Contact. Yeah, Carson's just on the outside. SVG's going to get it here. He needs to be like a half. Oh, SVG went it deep. There's the bumper. Here it comes. SVG's going to give it back to him, though, at the last 2 corners. Ow! Ow! Not going to get there. SVG could have killed him, but didn't. I can respect that. Chris Buescher. Wow. What? That was great. That was great. Hosfar with the career best finish. Good finish for Chastain. Zane Smith with the top 5. Yeah, Denny's going to need to execute a good race at Bristol. Potentially put out his teammate. I think Buescher is going to be the odd one out. I think, unfortunately, for Keselowski, Truex, and Burton, their playoff run's over. But we're looking forward to a really interesting Bristol race. Almost the good luck Trackhouse hat got a Trackhouse driver into victory lane, but wasn't quite meant to be there for SVG. So thank you to all those that followed. Thank you to everybody that's watching now. I'm doing all the rest of the NASCAR races, as many as I possibly can, so feel free to come back. Still doing the F1 stuff, and obviously very happy that Pelot is able to come home with the IndyCar Championship. So I'm Dino. I hope you guys have had fun, and I'll catch you guys next time.